Ah, the Avengers time capsule. Guess what, you guys? I'm gonna tell you a secret. I know what's gonna come out of there, and I'm gonna tell you later on, so stick around. Buongiorno everyone, Clams Mahoney here, your source for SoCal fun and excitement, and in today's Clamsploration, we're at Disney's California Adventure to check out all the updates that are coming after the D23 expo. We're gonna learn about how PIXAR is coming to a pier, how that pier is getting a name change, how 2 parades are getting switched around between the 2 parks, and also I'm going to share a rumor with you about a potential upcoming ride. Now if you guys like the content that I'm putting out, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you can stay informed. I release a new video every Saturday. Now with all that said, let's go inside and see what we can find. So the first thing we're going to do is check on the progress of Star Wars Land. As you can see, progress is progressing at a rapid pace here in Southern California. Florida is lagging a little bit behind, but they did say that the Star Wars experience, now called Star Wars: A Galaxy's Edge, will be open in 2019. Disney CEO Bob Iger has stated that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will open in 2019 before the next D23 Expo. Now the next D23 Expo will be in either July or August of 2019. So Star Wars Land, at least here in California, will be open before then. Now I'm assuming Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will open to coincide with the release of Star Wars Episode 9. Now we cannot see the AT-ATs that are inside the big show building that we're seeing previously in promotional material and things like that. But at the D23 Expo we did learn that those AT-ATs will actually be part of the Resistance the First Order ride. Not only that, but we got to see a model of what the ride vehicle for that ride will look like. But the other big ride, the one that I'm sure everyone will want to get on and fly, is you're going to get to fly the most famous ship in the galaxy. You'll be able to fly the Millennium Falcon. Not only that, but depending on how you do on the ride, it will affect your standing in the land. So let's say that you do poorly on the ride. You bang up the Millennium Falcon, or maybe you fail the mission or whatever. When you go out into the land, maybe a bartender or someone on the street will say, "Hey, you are the one that wrecked the Millennium Falcon. I don't trust you." And you'll have to work to potentially build up your credit. Now some of the other interesting things we learned at the expo is that Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge here in Disneyland Resort will actually have 3 entrances. One in Frontierland, one in Fantasyland, and what I'm most excited for is Critter Country. Now what that means is finally, Critter Country will finally open up and you'll be able to walk all the way through the park. Some other fun things we learned about Star Wars: The Galaxy's Edge at the D23 Expo is that just like at the expo, there'll be actual droids just meandering around the land, just like a real Star Wars location would have. You'll be able to go into a cantina and get blue milk. Cast members in the land will be fully done up. Some will look like aliens with full prosthetics and other things. Now the storyline for Galaxy's Edge is that it used to be a smuggling port long ago, but it has since fallen off the map. It's at the edge of space. It's just beyond the outer rim. So depending on where we're coming in, that's where the story will start. Say we're coming in on the Critter Country side, we're smugglers coming in to trade our ill-gotten wares or maybe do some off-the-book smuggling. But if we're coming in on, say, the Fantasyland side where the TIE Fighter is, and we're going to interact with the First Order. The First Order will stop us and question us and maybe interrogate us about what we know about the Resistance. So depending on where you come in, that's where your story starts. So this will be a fully immersive land, so it's very interesting.
Open up that golden gate, California, 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 here we come. Yeah!
Now that performance of the Newsboys segues perfectly into our first rumor. And that is that these cable cars will be going away. Now, when DCA first reopened, these cable cars were used to support the red car trolley, as they are today. But the truth is, these cable cars don't power the trolley like you would think they do. They're just there for show. So they will actually be going away. Now the reason for these cables getting removed is because the PIXAR Play Parade that plays here at Disney's California Adventure, which is very popular, is going to go to Disneyland next year. And Paint the Night, the very popular nighttime parade that they hold at Disneyland, is coming here. Now, from what I understand, those floats can't fit because of the wires up here, so these wires will get removed. That way, Paint the Night can run through cleanly through DCA. Ready for some marvelous rumors coming out of this Avengers hatch? Perhaps a Star-Spangled Avenger will be getting his own power coaster soon. Or a Man of Iron will be flying over Disney's California Adventure. Even a Land of Bugs might get a heroic makeover soon. That's right, if the rumors are to be believed, Captain America himself will be getting his own coaster here in Disney's California Adventure. If you're familiar with Tron Power Run at Shanghai Disneyland or upcoming Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, it'll be very similar to that. So it'll be a fun roller coaster here in California Adventure. Now, while that Captain America roller coaster coming is a rumor, and I stress that, a rumor, it was officially confirmed at the D23 Expo that Spider-Man and the Avengers will have some sort of presence here in Disney's California Adventure as they turn Hollywoodland into Marvel-land. So it's a very exciting time coming up. Now this is Iron Man. Iron Man is one of the founding members of the Avengers and also of the MCU. And as Marvel-land progresses here in Disney's California Adventure, I would not be surprised if he got his own ride. Now he has his own ride over in Hong Kong Disneyland, and it's a simulator similar to Star Tours here at Disneyland or in Magic Kingdom. So don't be shocked if you see his ride come here too. So if you guys remember the Avengers Training Initiative video I showed you a couple of weeks back, in it Iron Man shows up and says, "Oh, those Hydra bots, they're ruining my expo in Hong Kong."
Lately, I've been dealing with some of Dr. Zola's giant Hydra robots. They crashed my Stark Expo party here in Hong Kong, and I had to be the bouncer.
That's because that Avengers Training Initiative came from Hong Kong, I'm pretty sure. Just like I bet this Iron Man ride will come here and into Marvel Land. What do you think, Iron Man? He's on sentry duty, he's not talking right now. The final Marvelous update is a bit of a sad one, especially for any Pixar fan out there, as a Bugs Land, which has been a part of Disney's California Adventure since 2002, may soon be making way for a Marvel expansion. But there is a glimmer for our favorite Bugs' favorite rides. I hope though, because I've also heard instead of getting axed, maybe the Bugs Land kiddie rides will get repurposed. So could you imagine this Flix Flyers being like a Vision thing, and Vision is flying around the top and you're like riding below him? That'd be kind of weird, but slightly fun. Now, while Cars Land enjoys an appearance by Cruz Ramirez, one of the stars of Cars 3, which is in theaters now, soon enough they'll have a new festivity to celebrate. Let's go inside and I'll tell you about it. Now, while every third blink may be slower here in Radiator Springs, that's because all the cars need to slow down and take their time. Soon enough, come this fall, Cars Land is going to get a Halloween theme overlay. It's going to be called Haul-O-ween, as in what a car would do when it's pulling something. And the whole area will be decked out in Halloween decor. And all the Cars characters, they'll have outfits to represent the holiday season. So what do you think that the different Cars characters will wear? I wouldn't be surprised if Mater dresses like a vampire or something, just like he kind of did in Cars 2. I wonder if Cruz Ramirez will get her own costume too. Who knows? But we'll have to see, because it's going to come in a few months. And this is our main update of what's coming to DCA from the D23 Expo, is that Paradise Pier is going to become PIXAR Pier. Now the pier itself and the boardwalk here will all be changed come 2018. It's going to become PIXAR Pier, and it's going to have neighborhoods where you can meet characters from The Incredibles, Toy Story, as well as Inside Out. And this is going to commemorate in a two-park event that's going to be called Pixar Fest. What's going to happen is that Paint the Night, the popular Disneyland show, will come here to Disney's California Adventure. Meanwhile, Pixar Play Parade, the popular DCA show, is going to go to Disneyland. So it'll be fun to see what happens. Also, in addition to switching the parades between the two parks, Disneyland will get a limited time fireworks and projection show that's themed to Pixar. This will take place during Pixar Fest, which is going to happen next year in 2018. Now, at the D23 Expo, Disney didn't confirm that any rides would be changed or rethemed for Pixar Fest. I have read that maybe the Fun Wheel might be themed to Luxo Jr. He's that desk lamp that you always see bouncing on the ball in front of a Pixar movie. If they change or retheme some of the rides here at Paradise Pier, soon to be PIXAR Pier next year, what would you like them to change or retheme? I think that if they change Jumpin' Jellyfish to a parachute jump featuring the Green Army Men from Toy Story, that'd be very fitting. But jump in the comments, I want to know what you guys think. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this look of what's coming to DCA from the D23 Expo in Anaheim. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming to the park. And it's all starting next year with Pixar Fest and then PIXAR Pier, so that's really interesting. Plus, we've got the Marvel stuff coming. Hopefully the stuff I predicted, like the Captain America roller coaster, comes true, because boy, I would love to ride that. That looks pretty fun. For me personally, it's got to be Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm not that big of a Star Wars nut. I don't go crazy for it. I do like the movies. But to hear what they're going to do with it and all the immersion and how it's going to have like different storylines, and to be honest, what I'm most excited for is the fact that finally, Critter Country is going to be open. We're not going to have the dead end. We're going to be able to walk all the way through to the other end of the park. We won't have to turn around and go back. That's really exciting. To me, it is. But jump in the comments and tell me what you guys think and what you're most excited for. Now remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that way I know you enjoy it. And if you'd like to see more of my Clamsplorations, I go to different places like Los Angeles History Museum. I became a cowboy at Knott's Berry Farm and a ghost town alive. I went to the Santa Monica Pier. I've gone to Disneyland. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button because I release a new video every Saturday at 10 a.m. So that way you don't want to miss it. Now, while I sit here and take some much needed relaxing after my day trouncing around DCA, you guys always remember, keep it kosher.